The Joe Rogan Experience.
Dude, there's this couple that's getting divorced, and they have $600 million worth of art. It is the biggest single art collection that's ever going up for auction. And there's one painting that they have on the wall that is a 2007 painting by some person I've never heard of. I obviously don't know much about modern art in particular. And it's worth, I think, $40 to $60 million. That's it.
That's
nice. 60 million bucks.
Wow.
It's a fucking splatter.
You know what that looks like, Kyle? That looks
What?
like a good pussy's background.
That
like
does.
A good menstrual.
Yes.
Look at this. It says Cy Twombly's untitled work from 2007 has an estimate of 40 to 60 million, courtesy of Sotheby's. What in the fuck are you talking about? Could you imagine? 40 to 60 million dollars is an insane house on a massive piece of land.
Are they able to say like what about that is
with
is
Ferraris?
Good?
This is like the original NFTs, guys. Come on.
But this is so crazy. Like for 40 to 60 million dollars, you should have a fucking insane house, a private jet, a Ferrari, a Mercedes, a crazy game room.
I would have just a
full bar, movie theater.
It's good toilets.
I would
You should
have just
have
a
the
shitty
best
house and that painting. Nothing else would be nice, and I just have that.
I mean, fucking imagine. Just imagine that's worth $60 million. Please don't look at any of the other images. I just want to concentrate on the other one, Jimmy. I don't know what that is. That's Pinocchio. The other one is Pinocchio's head. They found Pinocchio's skeleton. Scroll down.
Is that true?
Look at that.
I didn't know that's a real guy.
That's worth $1 billion. That's the
That's
actual
a fossil
Pinocchio.
of Pinocchio.
Yeah. What is that?
He's lying.
Fuck. It's a
He's lying about Marilyn Monroe and that.
The whole thing is so insane. That painting is so insanely bad.
Does anyone try to explain why
that.
it's good? Does anybody try to say?
See, I can make that.
I
I cannot do
I know
the
why
Mona
it's good
Lisa.
because it's a huge canvas. It's all about how big the canvas is.
That doesn't make any sense. There's no sense to this. There's zero sense to that being worth $40 to $60 million. I don't give a fuck who made it. I don't give a fuck where he's from, where he went to school, who he mentored under. Fuck you, eat shit. That's not $40 million.
I could see it being worth $35 million, but I
think
agree
that
with
worth
you.
$3,500. It's worth $3,500.
Steve Martin would be able to tell you if it's good or not.
Is he a art?
That's his big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. This is only worth what people are willing to pay for it, and I guess some people are willing to pay for it because this gentleman Cy Twombly is apparently a very famous artist, which I get.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But there's no way I can do that. Like the whole art thing is such a bizarre status thing. I was at an agent's house once in Aspen, this amazing house, and I was over this guy's house. Like, wow, this house is crazy. Like, how much do agents make? All I was thinking is like, this
shady,
guy's robbing people. Yeah. And I'm in his house, and I see this thing that's framed, and it's like this big, and it's like tissue paper and like color. And I go, is this like something his kid made? And he goes, no, that's a blah blah blah. Like that's $30,000. I remember going, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oh, is that it,
dude? You know,
No,
a buddy of mine.
Same artist that did the
a
other
buddy of
thing,
mine
though.
is
similar.
A lot of
come
these
on.
guys.
I can
exactly
do that.
like what a kid does.
My
Well, that's
11-year-old can fuck that up. She can do so much better than that.
Dude, my friend's an artist who started out. You know, a lot of them started as graffiti people. In New York, like Basquiat was one of those graffiti people that became an artist.
Yes.
So my buddies, I didn't realize how much his stuff went for. Like he offered me a painting, and I was like, I just wanted one, and I was like, I think it was worth like $30,000 when I looked up. I couldn't believe it. Like,
$30,000.
Yeah, I don't
really?
get the pricing on
He's
art.
a good artist. I mean, he's a really good artist, but I was shocked at like what the art world.
Look at this one, Jamie, that I just sent you, and tell me how much you think this one's worth. This is.
Let's play. How much is it worth? Let's see how close
I just
me and-
want.
Let's see if Kurt and I can see who's better at guessing.
Let's take a wild guess.
Okay, that's very good under boob drawing there, and some good hip action.
I don't say it's worth a lot. That looks like an art school sketch pad from Art Institute where I went to school.
$10 million.
How much do you think it's worth, Kurt?
I don't. That looks like somebody's sketch to me. From I don't
3
think a
seconds.
lot. I think like $30.
$30.
$10 million.
$10 million.
Mm-hmm.
My 11-year-old made that.
Oh, I'll give
I
him
would pay $10
$30.
million.
So this
for
is
that.
how crazy it is.
You know
This
how
is
I
how
knew
crazy
Very
this world
good.
is. She's very talented.
No, it
And
is
that's
good.
an 11-year-old girl who drew that off the top of her head.
But
She's
that's not
fucking
splotches on a thing. That's why I knew it wasn't going to be worth a lot
But
of money.
it's still, even like that kind of sketch with the right artist is probably worth a preposterous amount of money.
Wait, how old is she?
She's 11. She might have been
that's very
10 when
good
she
for
made
11.
that. She might have been 10 when she made that. She's really talented.
I don't like how Kurt said that. He would pay a lot of money for that.
Imagine that you like that splatter.
I
Show
thought
that
that was
other
the-
image before, which is probably worth like $50 million
I was just looking at some of his
How much
other
is
work.
that worth? Sotheby's. How much is that worth?
Well,
Please
I
tell
know
me.
it's a
I would
lot.
pay.
This fucking guy. Is that Ty Twom? He's
Yeah,
dead.
I was trying to find his other
Oh, he's
stuff.
dead. That's why.
Yeah.
Ty's dead.
What's that?
Look
20
at him.
million? That scribble?
Oh, it's Cy. C-Y.
Twombly.
Yeah, look what he wrote. Look at it. Imagine making a living doing that. Like you go, my husband's an amazing artist.
You
go,
know-
oh
Right.
wow, that's cool.
I bet
And then
you his
who did-
name has a lot. Because first of all, that's a very good name, Cy Twombly. That just seems like a catchy art name.
This has been explained to me by friends that are artists. This is what happens. When you bring your stuff to a gallery and then a big time collector buys it, someone who comes in and goes, I want this. This is amazing. And this is this incredible new artist. His name is Cy Twombly. He's incredible. And then this one person who's in the know decides that it's good, and then other people start buying your stuff too, and then it becomes more valuable because you only have so many pieces. And if they're big pieces, like big huge pieces, even though it looks like dog shit, it's worth even more.
Yeah.
It's like that's why that piece is worth $40 to $60 million. It's just
It spawned a lot of people in LA to be, or probably other places too, where I know a couple of artists, but they have no training. They just scribble like that, but they're not going to be able.
you never know.
Well, I guess.
Imagine
What's their name? Do they have a cool name like
I don't
Cy
want to
Twombly?
say.
Because that's like
No,
you
they
go,
don't.
what the fuck is that? Like it's a Cy Twombly. Oh, it must be like a big.
Yeah.
I immediately
if
would
it's
go,
a Kurt
oh,
Metzger, people are gonna go. Fuck.
it's not. Yeah, it doesn't have the same.
Right.
I'd
Cy
pay for a
Twombly is an
Metzger.
amazing scribble name.
It's not a bad scribble name.
Yeah.
But it's like that stuff's not good. Like objectively,
It's got to be the last thing you buy with all your money. I mean, you would think once you have your stuff, then you go, I have so much money left.
there's people that are like these hedge fund fucks that are worth just billions and billions of dollars of nonsense money. They're moving money around and they're making
Yeah,
money.
you put it into
moving
something.
money.
And don't
Yeah.
they have like a place, some airport where it's all
Where they
all the-
stack it.
Yeah, it was
Gold
in that
bars.
movie. You know, what's the time travel movie that
Born in
Tenet.
America?
It was in Tenet.
Oh.
They rob that vault where they keep really expensive kind of paintings, like Saudi princes keep. So nobody sees them. They're just in this vault. I guess at some airport. But in Tenet, I think that was a real place they were, where rich people keep their art.
Watch the entire episode for free only on Spotify.